The other thing that you've spent a lot of your career on is dealing with assessing, understanding terrorism. And we're not talking as much about terrorism these days, right? I mean, we've destroyed ISIS. Um, what do you think we're missing?
We need to start thinking now about what a successor to ISIS looks like in terms of its cyber capabilities. So my view is what the sort of successor terrorist organization will do. They'll be able to do everything that ISIS did, which is, using sort of information and disinformation to recruit and to propagate, finding ways to coordinate logistics and so forth. But one of the hallmarks of how ISIS built up its capabilities was robbing banks, physically robbing banks, right? So,
In Mosul, for
yeah,
example.
in Mosul, I think
Iraq,
they got like
yeah.
$1 billion, right? I mean,
Almost, yeah.
So I suspect that a future terrorist organization will build up their economic resilience through partnerships with various online criminal groups. It's much easier to criminally generate money on the digital front than it is by simply robbing banks. There just aren't enough. There just aren't enough banks. We'll also see the much more active use of cryptocurrency. We'll see coordinated cyber and physical attacks. So a cyber attack that makes it easier to carry out a physical attack.
Example of that?
You could imagine a cyber attack on an electrical grid that causes a temporary blackout, and then a bunch of people come in with suitcases and so forth. It's sort of like Hurricane Sandy, but not by a natural disaster.
Yep.
I also think that the type of what we typically think of as propaganda, again, the same things that we see being used in our election are likely to be used by a future terrorist organization as well. The deployment of actual digital people as a much more active way of recruiting.